As of January 26th of 2026, there are currently 42 volcanoes which are actively erupting around the planet, a total which is 3 less than were erupting last week. One of these erupting volcanoes, which produced the second largest explosive eruption of the 20th century, is Guatemala's Santa Maria volcano. The aforementioned powerful eruption in 1902 left behind a giant scar in the main mountain from which a flank lava dome complex known as Santiaguito has grown ever since. Santiaguito has been continuously erupting since 1922, producing repeated volcanic eruptions which often generate pyroclastic flows. And now, here are this week's top volcano-related news stories. In the Philippines, not only did the number of volcanic earthquakes which struck the erupting Mayon volcano dramatically increase in the last few days, but the number of pyroclastic flows this eruption has produced has surpassed 1,000. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, the ongoing eruption of the Lewotolok volcano intensified, leading to evacuations and a lava flow descending outside its summit crater rim. And in what is this week's top story, the Piton de la Fournaise volcano erupted anew on France's island of Reunion, population 900,000. This specifically occurred on the island's southeast within the innermost of 3 collapsed scarps that define this old shale volcano, which has been intermittently erupting for approximately 500,000 years. An earthquake swarm signaled a new magma intrusion, and then uplift was detected to the north of the volcano's summit. Lava subsequently emerged simultaneously from 2 fissures 2,000 meters to the north at 7:48 p.m. local time on January 18th, spewing lava in a completely effusive manner within the broader volcano's northeast rift zone. This eruption was Hawaiian in nature, and soon a third and then a 4th fissure emerged. The teeny tiny 4th vent is fun to look at because it only erupted a grand total of 2 cubic meters of lava. The others erupted far greater quantities, which slowly began flowing downslope to the north and then northeast. However, eruptive activity waned quite quickly until only 33 hours later the eruption ended. Lava never advanced any further than 1,200 meters from an erupting fissure and covered an estimated area of 0.4 square kilometers. In total, a mere 620,000 cubic meters of presumably basalt or picrobasalt lava erupted, suggesting an average lava effusion rate of 5.2 cubic meters per second. Yet, while this eruption is indeed over, there might be more in store in the midterm future for this volcano. As, while no immediate signs suggesting another eruption might occur very soon are seemingly present, it is a simple fact that 8 of this volcano's last 20 eruptions occurred within 75 days of each other. This is because enough pressurized magma even after an eruption ends can still exist to initiate another dike intrusion. But whether this will occur in the next 75 days is anyone's guess. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, the number of pyroclastic flows that were generated by partial collapse of the edge of its growing lava dome this month reached 1,000. In fact, there was even some brief 100-meter-high lava fountaining as shown in this video clip. However, what was of greater note was that the number of daily volcanic earthquakes Mayon produced in the last week jumped from 0 to 293. And yet, in my opinion, I do not consider this spike to be yet too concerning. You see, whenever rain of any amount, especially heavy rain, falls on the Mayon volcano, it seemingly seeps into the ground and then interacts with any ongoing eruption. This has repeatedly caused upticks in earthquakes after a major rainfall event even during prior eruptions, and as you might recall, Tropical Storm Eta recently dumped more than 10 centimeters of rain here. Thus, I personally interpret the earthquakes to be caused by that interaction, although I'll still be keeping an eye on the volcano in case I am wrong. And in Indonesia, evacuations were triggered due to increasing activity at the erupting Lewotolok volcano. During the last week, the number of its Strombolian explosions with ash emissions jumped all the way to 700 in a single day. In other words, once every 2 minutes. This high rate of Strombolian eruptions helped feed an ever-expanding lava flow which initially filled a large portion of Lewotolok summit crater before then expanding to overflow the crater rim in 2 directions. As a result, since these lava flows and their associated lava rock avalanches had the theoretical potential to reach populated areas, the volcano's alert level was raised and its exclusion zone expanded to 3 kilometers in all directions surrounding its summit on January 18th. However, the western lobe of its lava flow seemingly stopped 200 meters beyond the crater rim. Here is a quick list of all the world's volcanoes which are currently erupting. Additionally, here are some volcanoes showing signs of unrest which are not erupting as of the recording of this video on January 25th of 2026. As a final note, I would like to thank my new YouTube channel member Denalion2215 for supporting my work.